So what we have here is our MyLink radio. You're probably familiar with Pandora and Stitcher. They're apps that we've had for quite a while here, for a few years. But the new part of this is that we've also have downloadable apps that I have loaded here. So NPR, iHeart, the Weather Channel, and TuneIn are all apps that weren't here this morning. I went to our server, I downloaded the apps, and I was able to add those features to my car. So I'll start with iHeart. It'll go ahead and load for me. And you'll see that these apps are actually real apps. They're not something that's vaporware. They're running in the vehicle. If you're familiar with iHeart, I can go to any of the Clear Channel radio stations.
I have a question.
Sure.
That Wi-Fi signal, are you connected to your home Wi-Fi, for example, or the office Wi-Fi here?
The way we've designed it is we're going to use a Wi-Fi via your mobile hotspot.
Okay.
Car's mobile hotspot.
Exactly. So
Wi-Fi direct, or
it is.
it's
So
Wi-Fi direct.
Exactly. So you could turn if I don't have my test phone with me in the car, but I would turn on the mobile hotspot on my phone. I can kind of quickly show you what the pairing process would look like. But it'd be very similar to any other
system
Wi-Fi pairing process.
Oh, okay.
As far as you would just do a search for Wi-Fi access points. I won't complete the entire process, but you see, all the hotspots in the area. I would select one, type in the Wi-Fi password if there is one, and then it would save that connection. So anytime I bring that phone with that Wi-Fi hotspot back into the car, it'll automatically pair, and I'll have access to my mobile apps.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Is the apps running on the head unit? It's not through a smartphone, it's on the head unit.
That's the beautiful part about this. They're actually running on the head unit. So
it doesn't use your data connection on your phone then, right? Or
it goes to the
is using the internet from the phone. But
okay.
Some of the other apps that you may see, or even that we've launched. So for example, Pandora. It actually runs on the phone, so you have to have the Pandora app on your phone, and it's just streaming the data from the phone, the music data from the phone to the vehicle. So it's a different type of experience when we're talking about an app running natively on the phone. On the vehicle. I'm actually using the vehicle like a phone, so it's sending information to the car. The car is playing the audio just like your phone would.
Okay.
And it also allows us to do things like that. So I have like this. So with the Weather Channel, I can get additional weather information, like radar images, 3-hour forecast, 6-hour forecast, 7-day forecast. All that information is coming directly from the Weather Channel's server. So we have some pretty strong weather coming in.
Yeah,
but I can kind of show you a radar image of what that would look like. What we've done is we've developed a software development kit, an SDK.
Okay.
So if you go to developers.gm.com, you'll have the ability. I'm sorry.
But it'll work on multiple OS platforms. That is what you're saying.
This is our GM platform. So you'll be writing software that would run inside of our vehicles. And what that SDK gives you access to is vehicle information. So think of this as we're inventing a new type of application that would run inside your car. It would have access to your fuel level, your vehicle's location, your tire pressure, what type of driver you are. So it would know your throttle position, your brake pedal position, all the different things that the vehicle knows. We're making available to the SDK via an API.
Will this be available across all the different MyLink systems, all the different generations? I mean, the upcoming generations?
It is. It's going to be rolled out slowly, but
okay.
the intention is that it's going to be available on most of our fleet.
Okay.
So MyLink and Q.
Correct. MyLink and TotalLink and Q.
Okay.
Now, I forgot the other gentleman's name, but he had mentioned that, for example, your insurance would know if you're a safe driver or not. So would that be like an insurance company makes their own app for your MyLink system, and then the driver can choose to download that and then use that for their insurance?
Exactly. So the big thing now is insurance companies are loaning you a dongle where you can plug it into your car. It sends the information of how you drive back to their servers. So instead of having that hardware, you could literally load that app into your car, and if you give the insurance company access to that data, we could just send the information using the application. So those are just when we're kind of making this information available, we kind of have a limited scope of maybe what you can do with it, but with developers and kind of this event tonight and making the SDK, the software development kit, available to college students and people around the world, we're kind of looking forward to seeing what becomes what they think of. There's only so much that we can think of as a car company, but we're kind of looking forward to the same type of evolution you've seen in the phone and other devices that have enabled this type of technology.
You get like road trip games even, like you could play somehow.
Theoretically, exactly. Yeah.
Could you possibly hack this? Or you have a...
There's very, very strong security around this, but it is. So there's a certification process before the app becomes available in our app catalog.
Okay.
So it's not just anyone can load software into anyone's car. There's a
it's vetted and it has to be approved.
Exactly, similar to the other companies who would do this type of thing. Apple, Android, they all have a vetting process, and we're developing a similar vetting process to make sure that it protects our customers and protects the car.
Okay.
The SDK has all the APIs to the various HMI features, I assume.
Correct.
And how do you the HMI is different from car to car, so you have a set of APIs then, or are they slightly different for the Q versus the IntelliLink?
Right, so that's some of the information that we're making available through the API. So your app would know what type of vehicle you're in, how large the screen is, what types of features would be available to interact.
The SDK would have that in, is what you're saying.
The SDK gives you access to that, correct.
Okay. So then you have to specify the model and that you're going to develop models in plural.
So what a lot of software programmers do is they would say, if it's a vehicle that has a 7-inch screen, I'm going to arrange my icons this way, but maybe a different vehicle has a larger screen. That I may see that when I'm in that vehicle. When the app launches in that vehicle, that information is made available to the app, and then it can do things differently depending on what type of vehicle the app is launched in. Okay. And other cell phones and things, it's kind of pretty normal when you're thinking about applications and running your Android app on how many different types of Android phones are there and screen sizes. Exactly. So those types of things are kind of normal when it comes to software programming. So if you're familiar with HTML5 and JavaScript, you should be able to pick up the SDK and pretty quickly understand kind of what we're thinking and where we're going. This has definitely been a learning experience for us. So we're different to how features and software has been developed in cars in the past. As you would launch a vehicle, and the vehicle would stay the same the entire life of the car. We're kind of learning, how do you add features to a car? How does that change from driver to a driver? And as we've explored this type of technology, we've definitely learned how. I mean, in the last 6 months, this has changed quite a bit, and we would imagine future iterations would definitely involve more features and enable even more powerful, types of information that we can make available to the software developers.
So is there an app portal basically where you can select different apps and kind of pick and choose what you want to download, or? Exactly.
So the apps we have in the portal right now are the apps you see here. There's NPR, iHeart, the Weather Channel, and TuneIn Radio.